The Judiciary, Uganda.
What I remember is that he was very punctual. He would be in his chambers very early. We would go in court on time. So other than what we talked in our official work, I did not have that chance of being so close to talk intimately. Apart from being very prominent, having been a very prominent politician, he was a prominent pleader, so an office of the court. At that time, they used to call them pleader. Today, they are advocates or counsel. And he was, from what he did when he was he was in the judiciary, he pronounced himself as an advocate for human rights. So he's an icon in the judiciary, legal profession, and on the bar that he qualifies to remember him. Okay, before he became the Chief Justice, I had known him because he used to come to courts. He was a very prominent advocate, but as I said, at that time, people used to refer to them as a pleader. Yaguze pleader, as if they were buying commodities. So people would rush to courts where he would appear to see how he would perform, because it was believed that once you engaged Bendike Kiwanuka, the chances were that you are going to win the case. Of course, he was also very attractive in his dress code, with his black hat, his walking stick, his striped trouser, and a Mercedes-Benz they used to call Kajambia. So he psychologically, if you were a client, you'll be satisfied you bought the best person. Of course, at that time, we had other prominent people like Henry Kayondo, John Kazora, people like Deobakta. Those were very prominent advocates, and of course, subsequently, they are Jihugus in criminal matters. So as I was working in the High Court, 72, I was the chief interpreter, but I had been admitted to go and do a law degree at Makerere. The background, his appointment is that he's one of the people who were released by Idi Amin when he took over power. Of course, he knew that by releasing many people who were languishing in prison, the population would be very happy. So he was one of them. People like the Ibingira, Grace Ibingira, the people like the Dr. Lumu, people like Semo Gerere, Zakarurum. I'm honored that I was at the city square there to witness the prison bus which came. It was so full up, and other people were seated on the rack up there. So with that background, of course, Idi Amin is also praised for having selected the best cabinet at that time. So equally, he could not miss picking on Bendike Kiwanuka subsequently as a Chief Justice. And because I was the chief interpreter, they had to pick the best person to work with him in court. Yeah, before he died, we did a number of court cases, and he took advantage of those cases to pronounce himself, at times condemning acts of government agencies, in particular security, in areas where he thought there was grave human rights. And at that time, of course, when Amin was getting settled in his seat, he started becoming very sensitive to those who were criticizing his government. So he did a number of cases criminal cases, civil cases, because I was going with him in court. And before this fateful day, we used to hear on the radio, even Amin himself commenting that some people, negative people, have started to criticize his government, and that is a prominent personality for massacre. But we didn't know which that person he was referring to. Maybe we came to know after what happened. He was in his chambers, I think at 8 o'clock. So before 9 o'clock, I went up and he picked the files. Then we went to court, and we did the cases of the day. There was no indication that anything would go wrong after court, like most of these the clerks do. There were hearings. There were about over 10, I think. Yeah. So we went to chambers. I left him changing, removing his gowns. I left him with the files where he had reserved judgments, and I took the rest of the files. So I went downstairs. While I was there, I had some commotion, and then somebody says, "Hey, oli wano mukama wo bamututte." So I rushed out, and by that time they were saying, try to describe the vehicle, and I didn't see the vehicle, and I didn't see him being dragged down, but he had been taken. And then in the radio, government said we had some people came and abducted Chief Justice, but the government is carrying out investigations to find out who did this, and that was all. Yeah, people continued working, but with a very low spirit. We realized that if they could pick a Chief Justice, anybody could be picked any time. You see, all of that I can say is that perhaps I was lucky that if I delayed for about 3 minutes, they would have found me in his chambers, and I don't know, maybe they would have taken me with him. Nothing special, other than the rumors, people wondering, people how he could have been killed, and some people rumoring that it is Amin who killed him himself. But those rumors on the street, yes. Judicial officers find themselves in very difficult situations where they have to do justice to all people without fear and favor, and times sticking to that vow times may lead to somebody being misunderstood and disappearing like that. So it's not a very easy job, because some people don't want to know the truth. And what I've discovered with the leaders, when they have just come in, they do what people want, but with the time, when you appear to be telling them that they are going astray, then you look bad in their eyes. Yeah, I think the importance of it is that we should recognize our people.
Excuse me, I'll cut you short. Just give me that statement as it is, celebrating this commemoration. I just did that statement in full.
Oh, I think it's necessary to celebrate or to commemorate the life of the late Benedicto Kiwanuka. He was one of us, and he's an icon of a perfect judicial officer who demonstrated how a judicial officer should conduct himself, though he was cut short, but then we also know him as an officer of the court, as a member of the bar. So such people should always be remembered, so that those who are here today and who come in the future can also learn from these people.